This week on the Afro Journal.
But I'm not. But people are like, yo, their For You page is filled with girls talking about their BBLs. You know, like even on Instagram, you see girls talking about the BBLs. It's pretty much just becoming another trend. Now, people getting BBLs, people doing all that stuff. Yeah. But are there any benefits of BBL?
I mean, big nyash is a trend, like you said. So you're within the trend. You're the it girl now. After you get the BBL, I mean that's the benefit.
I mean, not everyone's benefit. Not everyone gets it to be like for the clout. Like you were saying, that's why
Why do you think we would get it?
I mean, personally, I feel like society is a big factor. I feel like men also play a big role as well. Like you guys, especially like rappers and music, all you hear is these girls with fat asses, music videos, all these girls with big butts, like, people, like women feed off of that. You're letting us know what you want and not being happy with what you already have. So that already plays into the insecurity.
So my own thing is, so like with BBLs, obviously, like if you have a BBL, if you have any, like all these things, I'm not going to date you personally because it's just not my vibe, you know, like.
With any form of plastic surgery, would you date?
I mean, it depends on the reason. I'm not gonna go as far as Peter. I'll be like, oh, if you've done any form of plastic surgery.
I mean, but Paul was like.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aunties and uncles, mommies and daddies,
dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats.
I was lucky going to say that too.
Ancestors and ancestresses. Thank you and welcome to another episode of the Afro Journal podcast. I don't know why Peter is doing his face like that.
Yo, Nigerians and the rest of Africa.
Don't start.
Oh man, I love that energy. But it's about to be a banger today. Like this week's episode, the topic is hot. Topic is quite hot. But before we get into it, let me introduce myself. It's your one and only Chisom, AJK, man, Jeremiah Okafor.
All right. And it's the smooth talker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The beans in your plantain.
Oh God.
The beans inside the plantain.
Let that settle in. I'm the beans. The one that makes you fat. It is your boy Peter Ikechiki Choose Alioko Jr. The beans in your plantain.
I just remember this name.
Oh God. And it's your melanin queen, Bole Tesibena Kume.
Guys, love it. But before I introduce the topic, even though you guys have already seen the title, you already know what we're talking about today, so you know it's about to get feisty. God, Peter, our beans in our plantain.
Yeah.
Biko, explain the proverb from last week.
The proverb from last week. Let me talk to my deep voice now. A wise person does not fall down the same hill twice.
Yes.
Bole, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand.
Yes.
Oga at the top of the hill, he no go fall down the hill twice. He go up, he may fall down once. When he goes back the second time, he no go fall.
Why?
So basically say that if you fuck up once, don't fuck up twice.
Did your mom say she stopped swearing?
Oh, sorry, mom. If you mess up once, don't mess up twice.
Boom.
Good. Boom.
Thank you very
Love
much.
to see it. Peter.
Welcome to
you.
my TED Talk.
Yeah, scholar.
Thank you.
You say welcome to the TED.
Yeah, I mean, I can say welcome.
Don't sponsor.
Because
At the end of your speech, you walk.
No.
I love it.
No, that's for the. That's for, our TED Talk is coming up. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to. You get it.
I feel you, bro.
Why are you giving them free promo?
But guys, thank you for the proverb, Peter. But this week, guys, we are talking about a topic that is kind of trending now. It's like we saw it, so let's just give our 2 cents about it, just real quick. It's about the BBLs, aka Brazilian butt lift. I just learned the full meaning of that thing.
It should low-key be black butt lift.
Why is it Brazilian?
I don't
Because
know
it
why it's
originated in Brazil.
Oh, they invented the silicone injection.
Well, I think the first ever procedure was done in Brazil. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, if there's a country that's obsessed with butts, it's definitely Brazil.
Wow. That was mad. But we already know that it's kind of like a trendy thing, on TikTok. people are complaining that even because me, I'm not really on TikTok that much because it's just another distraction to me. But I'm not. But people are like, yo, their For You page is filled with girls talking about their BBLs. You know, like even on Instagram, you see girls talking about the BBLs. It's pretty much just becoming another trend now. People getting BBLs, people doing all that stuff. And there was a video that we saw recently, right? About 24 women in a wheelchair getting on a plane.
Getting off a plane.
Oh, getting off the plane. Oh, yeah, they were getting off the plane. And they were all coming from where? Was it
the
India?
DR.
Dominican Republic.
Dominicana.
Wow. After their procedure of BBL. Wow.
So 24 black women.
We'll insert a clip of it. We'll insert a clip of the video. But yo, were they all black?
Yeah, they were all black.
Were they?
Yes. 24 black. Melanated women.
Our melanin queens.
They were looking for Nyash. They went to the Dominican Republic to go look for Nyash.
Oh man, all right. But I think what we gotta talk about is, I'll start with you, Peter. What do you think about BBLs in general? Just like off the cuff.
For my,
what do you think about BBLs?
To my honest opinion, it's not for me. Sorry, it is really not for. I mean, there are some exceptions to the rule.
Like who?
Like who?
I honestly don't know who are the exceptions.
You know, that's why you said there are exceptions.
There are exceptions to the rule. But me personally, I mean, obviously, this is just to be realistic with you. This is just for having fun, nothing serious. Those are the exceptions. But I would never, ever date a girl with any form of plastic surgery. Even not even talking about BBL. Just that's my own.
So
even if it's a health thing.
Surgery.
I mean, if it's a health thing in the first place, that's it's all you know.
So would you date or not date? Answer the question.
I wouldn't date. Sorry, I wouldn't date. Sorry, no.
Okay.
I'm trying to. So like, let's just say she got like, I don't know.
No, let's say for example, right? A girl has really big boobs. It's gotten to the point where she's having back problems, and she goes to have surgery to reduce them. She wouldn't date that girl.
No.
Interesting.
Very.
Cool. So pretty much BBLs are not for you.
Surgery in a hole is not for him.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Like,
you want me to be honest with you? No.
I mean, be honest.
No.
I like the honesty. The honesty. Bole, what do you think about BBLs in general?
I do not have anything against them. I don't have anything against girls who get them done. My only fear is the fact that the procedure itself is so dangerous and can cause your life to be gone. But do your thing, girl.
Go die, girl.
Go get a safe procedure, girl.
So
research your doctor.
So what's your own opinion?
I mean, for me I'm kind of on the side of Bole, where like in general, like on a personal level, I'm not against you, right? If you want to do your BBL, go do your thing. I don't really give a shit. It's not my life. You're living your life. Do your thing.
I mean, I think we all agree on that. Like, do whatever you want. But what's your opinion?
But when it comes to like, obviously the safety factor and the thing that is pushing you to go do it, to me, it says a lot about you, right? And obviously, I don't want to jump to conclusion because everyone's situation is different. Everyone gets it for different reasons. But for the most part, to me, it seems like a lot of people are getting it based on a trend.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of people will be like, they are getting it for themselves. You know, I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm not doing it not to get any man, not to do anything, I'm just doing it for myself to make myself happy because I'm not happy with what I have and I want to be happy. And to me, that is honestly not a solution to happiness. Because if I think about happiness and what truly makes people happy, it's kind of like with men.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
I mean, it could be their happiness. Like, who are you to tell somebody else what their happiness is?
Yeah, I feel like trends have always been there, and you know, the argument of doing it for yourself has always been there too. So it just depends on like the doing it for yourself could also be part of the trend. You know what I mean? It's like doing that trend could be, you know, doing it for yourself supposedly. If that makes sense.
Okay. Let's let all of us take a step back to our brains in high school.
Okay.
Right. Let's just say when we're like 17, 18. About to enter college. Obviously, I'm assuming that us then is completely different from who we are now.
Yeah.
Right. What are the things that would have made you that you would have done? What are the short-term things you would have done to make yourself happy at the time? But you think you're doing it for your happiness? Do you remember?
I mean, Gucci belt, you know,
Bro.
flex it, you know what I mean?
Flexing, bro.
Flexing.
Like having a BlackBerry.
Yeah, having
Like-
a BlackBerry,
It's
bro.
like, bro, like, I need that to make me happy, right? You know, these are the little, and obviously that's like more like shallow, right? Just kind of like, it's not the same as or should I say permanently changing your body. But these are little things that's like, oh, I'm doing it for myself, I'm not doing it for anyone. But to be honest, I'm getting the phone for myself, obviously. But the reason I really want the phone is because of the clout that it has from outside. Because of the perception that having it gives me outside. So I'm part of the cool kids that have a BlackBerry phone. Man, I never had a BlackBerry actually. Like, I always had that Nokia touchlight. Like,
I got a BlackBerry literally my senior year, like when it even like just for 1 year.
oh, when no one even cared about it anymore.
Bro. When like
trend that died.
BlackBerry was dying. You know what I mean?
It's like getting a BBL in like 1992
Yeah.
when flat yash was when flat asses were the asses that were
Yeah,
in style.
basically.
Oh man, but that's what to me is like. It's kind of like I can't argue whether it does make you happy or not. But if I'm going based on reality, for the most part, we don't really find happiness in all these little short-term things. Happiness has to come from within first, because once you're happy within, most of the time, you'll be more comfortable with your outside. Now, I'm not saying that you won't want to change things about yourself.
Yeah. Let me just state that, like, you know, being happy with yourself. There's obviously going to be a lot of issues about your body and how you feel, but it's your determination to fix those issues to your best ability. You know, not everyone is going to have Cristiano Ronaldo's legs. Not everyone is going to have, you know, LeBron James' height. You feel me?
Facts.
But within your spectrum, within what you can do, try to be the best version of yourself. That is the whole point. You feel me? Not the excuse that, you know, instead of, yeah, that's my point. I don't want to go any further than that.
Yeah, because a lot of the time when people say they're not happy, just because they're not, I guess, trending. Does that make sense? It's kind of like how girls with big booties back in the days would be like, oh my god, like I wish I could reduce the size of my ass. You know, like it's like you're getting this weird attention because it's the skinnier girls that were obviously getting more attention. So because of that, you're not going to be happy with yourself.
Okay.
So let's just say you are going to cut the yash. It's going to be like, oh, I'm doing it to make myself happy. But in reality, it's just to please other people. Not like, or like to at least give yourself a sense of validation from other people. And that's what my own thing is. So like with BBLs, obviously, like if you have a BBL, if you have any, like all these things, I'm not going to date you personally because it's just not my vibe. You know, like
with any form of plastic surgery, would you date?
I mean, it depends on the reason. I'm not gonna go as far as Peter and be like, oh, if you've done any form of plastic surgery.
I mean, but Bole was
The
giving like it's still plastic surgery about like breast and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you had to reduce the size of your boobs because of health issues,
Then that
I'll
makes
date you.
sense. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's okay, but like,
I'll date you. Like I don't mind. I'll date you.
I personally.
I mean, my own is this, right? Like, I mean, because when you reduce the size of your boobs, like, you're not adding anything like. Does that prevent you from being able to breastfeed your child?
no.
I mean,
Cool. Now I'm cool with it.
Bola, are you sure? Bola, are you sure about that?
I'm positive. I have friends who have gotten that done.
Like,
Okay,
then I'm cool with it. As long as it doesn't have any like actual health issues or like health side effects, then I'm cool with it. Like, do your thing.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're cool. You're cool with it, but I'm personally not cool with going under the knife in it. Like, if it's on it. If it's back problem, I'm sorry, but they're just so, I don't know how to say this. They're just some people you don't date. That's my open, like, but how, like, Bole, like me, like how, like, Bole says that she doesn't date anyone 5'10". I don't date anyone with some sort of medical issue with their breast, bro. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's not it for me, bro.
I mean, that's fair. That's a cup of tea. But are there any benefits of BBL?
I mean, big nyash is a trend, like you said. So you're within the chain. You're the it girl now. After you get the BBL, I mean that's the benefit.
I mean, not everyone's benefit. Not everyone gets it to be like for the clout. Like you were saying, that's why low-key.
Why do you think people get it?
I mean, personally, I feel like society is a big factor. I feel like men also play a big role as well. Like you guys, especially like rappers and music, all you hear is these girls with fat asses, music videos, all these girls with big butts, like, and people, like women feed off of that. You're letting us know what you want and not being happy with what you already have. So that already plays into the insecurity. So
can I ask you this question? Do you think it's now right for, like, you know how these rappers also promote like gang violence, like shoot any guy if he tests you? Do you think that it should be right that the black belt should follow that too, or we should condemn it?
I mean, if y'all can rap about anything but gangs and guns, like that's not an issue. I mean, like you can do that.
No, but they're also rapping about the BBLs too, and you said that the men are also to blame.
I mean, yeah, they rap about like wanting girls with big butts.
Yeah, and then say they're also rapping about the gangs. I'm trying to say that, like, I mean, if you're equating the guys who rap about gangs to the same value as the guys who rap about BBL, there's something wrong there. I'm just saying.
Wrong as in how?
There's something off.
Yeah, explain basically. What's off about that.
In your moral, in putting them in high regards, if that makes sense. Their opinions in high regards. Me personally.
I mean at the end of the day, you're being influenced. Influence is the big thing there. If you're rapping about being in gangs and shooting up people, like there's some sort of influence there. The same about guys who have girls with their models are girls with big butts. You're rapping about I want a girl with curvy figure 8. Like there's influence there. You feed off of that.
I definitely agree with you that there's influence there, no doubt. Right? Just like Cristiano Ronaldo influenced me to get the Nike Mercurials. You feel me? Soccer boots. Like there's influence there. My whole point is that if these are the same people who we know that gang violence and all this kind of shit is bad, it's like, should we be putting them in their opinions? Like, I listen to rap music too. Like when I walk out, I listen to bam bam bam. I'm not out here shooting people or like trying to promote myself as a hard guy.
Yeah, but you aren't. Some people will take that and like. Some people will follow and actually do that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, honestly, I agree with it because I mean, I won't say men are to.
I agree. Men are to blame.
They're not to blame, but they play a role.
When I say men are to blame, it's not like like because women. If I make that statement, women argue, "Oh, half of us don't get it for men, anyways." Like I'm not getting my yash for a man. Like
the majority
I might argue that, but honestly, I can't really say or not because I'm not in your head, right? I don't really know the real reason why I get to it. But for the most part, women obviously let me say women, they kind of want the attention from men.
I mean,
right? Like if you're getting your ass,
that is the only attention that matters, right?
No, I mean they care about women's attention too.
True, I agree.
It's just the holistic feel good effect that comes with it, right? But for the most part, it's also like the men effect, right? But for me, it's like
I mean, but which one do you think regulates which side? Do you think the men regulate the feelings? Because I feel that it's men that regulate it and the women judge themselves over that premise.
I think it starts with men.
Yeah,
I think it starts with men. Yeah.
And do you think that is inherently bad or good, or is just what it is? Because it is
it's just what it is.
Yeah, I think it's just what it is.
Good. It's not good or bad. It's just the way life is. Same way like men try to flex like we have money, right? Not to impress other men for the most part. It's just to make women think that we're the shit. Like we have some value. That's why we're maxing our credit cards, buying bottles in the club, pretending to have money that we don't have, driving cars we can't afford, just to put on that facade. And obviously, we'll like other men to respect us because we think that, because other men will look at us and be like, yo, bro, this guy.
Oh, I'm trying to be like you.
Like, God damn, bro, I'm trying to be like you, my G. Like, remember when you blow. Oh, yeah, you blowed. So remember me right now, man. You know, but at the end of the day, it's still for the women, kind of. Because you still want to attract those women to you. Right? And we also know, like, the respect that men get when they can attract, like, a lot of women. They get respect from men and women.
Okay.
So, I mean, to me, it's all the facade, right? We're all doing all these things. We're all trying to impress ourselves in a way. But my own thing is, you don't have to die. You know, you don't, never say die, but you don't have to risk your life that much.
I feel like at a young age, like, men try to impress women, for sure. You feel me? But
I mean, it's not just at a young age, though.
I feel like at this. I mean, at a certain age, it's also you now bring the men into it. Like you know how you also want to like to some the men are like there, the women are there, but you also have to impress your men too. You feel me?
Yeah, even from a young age, you want to impress the boys too.
Yeah, but
that's why we do some dumb shit. We'll go and slap a girl just to impress boys.
Let me go do a backflip on the wall. Yeah. You know what I mean? Do girls care about guys doing backflips on the wall? No. But like
some girls do.
No, but for guys like yo, guy, did you just do that backflip? Exactly, oh my gosh, you're so cool. You feel me? So I feel yeah, I think it's interchangeable, to be honest with you. I think both men and women influence each other practically. Yeah.
For sure.
I feel for men it's like different set of rules. It doesn't have to do with your physical. It's your physical attribute. It's your potential to being a breadwinner, basically. To keep it.
That's the way women judge men for the most part. I mean, the physical is there but for the most part is the value that you bring, monetary wise, that matters almost the most. You know, it's like that's like very high up there. We men, we don't really value women's money as much. It's there. It's a good sign. You know, it says something. We value the looks. Yeah. We value the looks way more. So that's why the things we focus on are two different things. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But then, I mean, one thing I want to say is this, like, I understand the whole like do this for yourself, do that for yourself, do this for yourself, do that for yourself, right? For one, what's the average cost of a BBL?
I believe it's like 6,000, like 6,000 plus.
$6,000.
Yes.
$6,000.
10 Tesla stocks.
Guy, $6,000. And it's like, that's average, right? So there's obviously more and there's less. Yeah, and for the most part, if you go less, you're more likely to die. Yeah. So you probably want to be good.
Rather than getting silicon, you get iron. You get an iron box.
Guy. This is mad though. 6,000 and it's young people, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Yeah. That are raising 6,000. Where
get that money people from? Within our age group. People within our age group, you know?
Guy.
To me personally, like I've said this, like in a perfect society, I wouldn't promote this kind of mentality. To be honest with you, going on that in life for so-called personal issues. You feel me? I mean, like personal, I don't want to say trivial, but non-life-threatening issues. Like, but let's say that if your back is hurting you and like you have so much breast, I understand that one. Go get the surgery, right? I perfectly understand that one. Like if you have a deformed nose, right? And stuff like that. I mean, go put it back in place. You feel me? Like all those kind of stuff. Like if you have like poor skin, like go fix your skin or something like that. My whole point is that stuff like BBL, where it's a non-necessary.
Kind of shallow, to be honest.
It's a non-necessary surgery. You feel me? It has no physical or medical benefits. I feel like it's. I wouldn't promote that kind of mentality in a society. Or I would never allow my kids, do that. And people say that, oh, your kid has the best, has your choice, blah 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 blah. Let me tell you something. My kids are not going to do it. They're not.
Amen. Though.
They're not.
Amen. They're not. You know how annoying teenagers are. They'll watch this video 20 years from now. Be like,
which one is teenager?
You said that. Oh yeah, you know what?
Which one is teenager? Which one is teenager? That's nonsense.
I'm going to do that shit.
It's nonsense. I'll bring your ass back to Nigeria. You want to act like an American? You want to act like an American out here talking about, oh, I shouldn't be, it's my room, it's my personal. I will slap you. You hear me? I'm bringing your ass back to the village for you to understand.
Camera, man. Talk to the camera.
For you to understand, like people say that, oh, this is backwards mentality. This is distance. I mean, the backward mentality. At least my daughter is not going under the knife to go potentially kill herself, or to go potentially do nonsense on her ass that could, have health risk 20 years in her life. I'd rather her go back to Nigeria, get that, get her head straight. That like all these minimal things are like that's not your BBL is not going to keep a nigga. Let me just say that right.
I mean, remember that video about the doctor they posted on your shade room talking about like how dangerous this surgery actually is.
Yeah. We'll post the clip.
I'm not a doctor, but you're talking about lifting a butt. Why is that so dangerous?
And also, the thing I was thinking is that the Brazilian butt lift has been around for a long time.
Explain the danger here.
It's extraordinarily dangerous. It turns out it's the most dangerous, not only plastic surgery procedure, it's the most dangerous operation there is with the highest fatality rate. And I'll tell you why. You take fat from one part of your body, typically the abdomen, you process it, and you inject in the buttock. Sounds easy, right? The problem is there's these very small little veins in the buttock that lead directly to the vena cava, which is the major blood vessel that brings blood back from your body to your heart, to your lungs. If you get fat in those little vessels and it gets in the main vena cava and goes to your lungs, it's over. It's the most fatal operation there is. And I would advise there are other ways to get a full buttock besides that.
If it's the deadliest operation, period, are they giving warnings when they do this to people? I mean, are people adequately being informed about the dangers here?
Not in my opinion. Now, last year, before the pandemic, an international task force was gathered to warn all of Europe that this is such a dangerous operation. And in this country, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons started to talk about it. They sent out a few articles about it, and then everybody pretty much ignored it. But listen, it's super dangerous. You can do it in the gym. There are safe fillers to do it. I recommend people back away from Brazilian butt lifts.
How delicate it is. We're gonna put a clip about it, but yo, it's like literally it's like millimeters.
Yeah.
Of risk.
Yeah.
Right there.
And
really give yourself a heart attack.
And to me personally, it is not worth it. I mean, first of all, she's inheriting my genes. She's a beautiful girl automatically. But like, you know, there are some stupid niggas out, and you shouldn't listen to stupid niggas. You feel me? There's some stupid niggas who will be saying nonsense.
Everyone growing up goes through that.
Yeah, you don't listen to stupid niggas. What is their what? Are they big boys? Does their opinion matter? Slaves, nonsense boys talking rubbish because of they're in your set. You tell them to shut up, my friend. You don't know what you're talking about. You feel me? I'm hot property. That's what you tell them. I'm a babe.
Hot property with a flat butt.
You see, yeah. First of all, even if she has a flat butt, but she wouldn't because my nyash is solid. You feel me? Personally, I have a solid nyash for a guy. You feel me? Oh, but like, even if her nyash was
so flat, Peter, you have a BBL. Is that what you're trying to say right now, my nigga?
I have a natural BBL. Girls, if you want me to tell you how to get it, go to Nigeria, run on sand. That's how you get natural BBL. I just run on the sand all day in Nigeria. Get natural BBL, baby. But if my daughter, even if she has flat nyash, right? Mm-hmm. I feel it's better if she accepts that she has a flat nyash and moves on with her life. Just like me, I've accepted I'm not going to be 6 foot. I'm not going. And there are girls. And this is prevalent in society. They say, men under 6 foot, are they really men? You see the memes. You see men over 6 foot. You don't see men under 6 foot. You see small children. You think I don't see that thing? You think they look? Regardless of that, I'm still going to toast a babe that is taller than me.
Facts.
That's the Aliogo mentality. This is not some, let me go break my legs and become 6 foot because I'm insecure about my height. Fuck that shit. The same nigga that you're talking to that is 6 feet, I'll enter there as 5'9" boy. I'll say, I'm talking to you too. You feel me? Reject me. It's okay. We'll move on. We'll go on to the next tall lady that wants this 5'9".
Don't worry about this
5'9" man. This mentality. Come produce some sexy Nigerian children, baby.
Yeah. But Peter, you're doing the same thing to women under 5. Was it 5'8" or 5?
Yeah, I don't date women under 5. It's equal standards. I mean, shoot your shot. Try to shoot your shot, but that's what you're going to fail. You know how all those girls that reject me now 5'9"? I'm one of those that reject me now 5'8".
Yo,
Life is just funny, man.
I mean, you find your companion. You don't have to be accepted by. I think that's something that's key. You don't have to be accepted by everyone.
Yep.
But it's very tough, like, especially growing up. Like, I'll speak from like a personal story of mine. Like, when I was young, I didn't have a butt. Like, it was like literally paper. And it got to the point where, like, not even just other people, but like I felt very insecure within myself. Like, I swear, my mom, like, she has a very big butt. Her side of the family, they're very genetically blessed in that area. And you know, she didn't like it. You know, she would wear like longer shirts, like hide it with coats and things like that. She had
so your mom is insecure about big butts.
Yeah,
you
she
insecure
is
about small butts.
Exactly. And she had this cream, this like butt, like abductor, something like that. I don't know, but I know like one day I was fiddling in her like drawers and stuff, and I came across it. I didn't know what it was. I just saw butt, and the picture was like a plump butt, and I was like, oh, let me like rub this on me, put it on me, maybe it'll help me grow a little butt.
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 10, probably 10, 11.
10.
It's
What were
crazy.
you thinking about butt at
Bro,
10?
I didn't have a butt.
Jesus.
But at 10?
I swear, I took this shit and I
Wow.
was
Girls-
like, let me rub it on me, see what happens.
Yo, I didn't even know. I was just discovering my dick at 10.
Honestly, at 10?
At 10, I was
I don't
just
even
discovering
think-
that I had a dick. I had something that could.
I mean, like, honestly, my dick was not even sexual at 10, to be honest.
Exactly, no, but I was just discovering that, like,
Yeah.
guys have penises, women have vaginas.
Oh, no, I knew that was since now.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, like,
sisters.
like
Oh,
what
no,
I'm trying to-
I knew that was since.
What I'm trying to say is that, like, they are like, I just discovered like they were sex organs. You feel me?
That was it. To me, I guess I always knew because I knew babies came from there. But like it was more like that's where babies come from. But to me, it wasn't like sex.
Yeah.
Does that
And
make
you know,
sense?
I didn't know about
Yeah.
getting hard, all those,
Oh yeah, all that
all those
shit.
kind of things.
Yeah.
I was like, I was just discovering that. I was like, at 10 and Bola at 10 was say like, let me rub me ass cream.
Yeah, it was really bad. And actually, like to this day, obviously, like I've worked on it. My body's a little plump now. It's not. It's still not where I want it to be. And I don't think like just genetically it's ever gonna get there. Which is why I can understand why some girls feel like that pressure to go and get it done, because no matter how much work you put in at the gym, you're still not gonna get what you want. Like I'll be very honest. If I had a way, I would probably get one. I'm just very afraid of surgery in itself. But if I had a means and I knew it was like very safe and protective, like I would definitely get that done. But I wouldn't like exaggerate it to the point where it's like, oh, you can tell like that's fake,
Okay, okay. So, but let me tell you this. Let me tell you something. Bole, you have a nice posterior. You
Posterior anterior.
You have a
We
nice
call it
posterior.
padicom maximum.
Bole, you have a nice
That's what we are doing.
posterior. You don't need to. I don't know what kind of like the size of butt you're thinking, because to me your butt is already big.
In fact,
You feel?
if it's appropriate, I'll find a before and after.
Yeah, like
put it in
yeah,
here.
exactly. We'll put it in here. But like,
Put it in. Put it in. Put it in.
like to me, Bole, your butt is I don't know how this jollof rice. It's quite it's quite good.
there, but it's not poking. I've always wanted a poking butt, but my
No,
butt
but Peter-
doesn't poke. It's just
No, but
full.
Peter, you know how we all are, right? Like there's
Yeah.
parts of ourselves that even though we know it's good, we know we're better than most people at that thing. But we'll still be like, oh, but let's just say if that tiny part was just like this, then I'll like it. It's kind of like, oh, I like my lips, but let's say it was a different color, just a little bit, a different shade, or maybe the size was just a little bit bigger. It's like all these little things that we pick and choose from ourselves. That's like, bro, like you look better than most people, right? And it's not even, and honestly, that should not even be what gives you confidence, really. Because even if you don't, you should just love yourself the way you are.
I feel that
right? And now still fix. Wait, hold on, let me finish this.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Still fix what you want to change about yourself, right? Because a lot of things are in our control.
What do you mean by fix? Can you
No,
explain?
what I'm saying is like, if I look at my belly, right, and I'm like, bro, I have 0 packs,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and I want to have a 6-pack. That is something that is well within my control. I cannot sit in my room every day eating McDonald's and then be crying that I don't have a.
But some people
a
have
6-pack.
some people have medical conditions that don't allow them to have 6-pack.
I mean, but that's like point oh.
I'm just saying that because of this is what
the-
this is what people use as excuse, when they talk about fat and being horrible.
I mean, there are some things that it's just not gonna happen for you. We cannot have everything.
No, but
in
what
this
I'm
life.
trying to say is that like you just said that you want
I get what you're
abs,
saying. I
right?
get what you're saying.
But I'm trying to say that like, people use that same mentality of what I just demonstrated of not trying to better themselves. You feel me?
Yeah.
They'll say that, oh, I have a medical condition where they've never even gone to the doctor in the last 5 years.
And for me, it's this, right? Like even with the BBL, just going back to the BBL, right? And it applies to everything with your body that you can change.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you want a certain look, you want a certain shape of your body. That one is very unnatural for a lot of people, because it's not just that you want a big yash, you want a small waist to go with it.
Yeah.
Right? You want tiny legs. It's kind of like it's like.
Can I just say that those tiny leg shit? Just almost the type of, I like girls with nice legs, athletic legs. You feel me?
Oh man,
I like
Peter
girls
loves
with
his legs, man. Peter
I love
loves him
girls
some
with
legs.
nice, like nice solid athletic
If
legs.
Peter
If you have
spectrum of
chicken legs,
sexuality,
if you have
just
chicken legs,
shifted a little bit, he'll have a foot fetish.
oh my god. Yo, if you have chicken legs and you have BBL, I'm sorry, you're looking like a what do you call it?
Like a lollipop.
It's not a lollipop. You're looking like a chicken. You know how chicken Yanyash is like this thing. I have obviously this is us just making fun of the whole thing. This is no personal attack to people who actually have. I mean, if it's your type, it's your type. But for me, you look like a chicken, and that's okay. I'm okay to have that kind of opinion that you look like a chicken. I'm not going to say it out loud. It's probably not PC, but I'll respect you for going outside like that. I respect you.
But for me, it's like they're giving themselves these shapes, makes them look like, honestly, giving me like balloon vibes.
Just some, but that's to you. Some niggas like that shit.
As I said to me,
Some
I said
guys
it's
like that
giving me.
shit.
I said it's giving me balloon vibes, right?
Yeah.
You can do let me say the exact same thing, but you can do something more natural in the gym. The other benefits to obviously getting the body of your dream, even if you never get to that level, is you actually be healthy.
Extreme, but people,
you actually live longer.
But people say that going to the gym does not mean that you're healthy. Some people do say that as a counter argument.
That's crazy.
But let's be honest. So people say like
no, I'm saying it's wild, as in some people believe that.
I mean, they'll bring up some fringe, what do you call it, article saying that going to gym doesn't written by all these crazy.
The only time going to the gym doesn't really make you healthier is if you go there to take pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. If you go there and take your selfie and you leave, okay, fine. Yeah, you go to the gym, but you're not healthier. But if you go there and even if you do 5 minutes workout, you're definitely healthier than if you do zero. Right? That's just the way it is, right? So even the side benefits of all you get the body of your dream, not of your dream, but you get a better body, right? You get closer to what you at least are more comfortable with. You live longer. You live a healthier life. You don't have to spend 1 fucking year.
But some
sorry for swearing. But you don't have to spend 1 year trying to recover from silicone in your nyash. Like, you cannot sleep. You have back pains.
Yeah.
You cannot sit down in the toilet according to Bole.
Yeah.
But you cannot sit down in the toilet to shit.
But Chisom.
You spend 6,000 and you cannot go to work to make your 6,000 back. Because there is so much pain for God knows how long you're recovering. And your nyash at some point now drops. It's like,
I mean, I think me personally, for people who are thinking to get married, I mean, some niggas actually get married this thing, but as a man who has as a man who has a traditional sense to get married, from a Nigerian point of view, you feel me?
I know.
I personally would not date a girl with
who's gotten work done.
Who has gotten work done. I'm sorry, for my kids, I want them to be confident for who they are. And
confidence doesn't come from what you have.
Yeah, it's
from knowing who you are.
Exactly. And I personally could never promote that to my kids. If you have a problem with your breast, if you have a problem with your nyash, if you have a problem with this, you can go on down a knife.
And it applies to boys too.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean,
because some guys be going to their dicks.
Drake got his stomach done.
Yeah, Drake got his stomach done.
Hell yeah.
I
supposedly.
I
didn't even know this one. Damn.
I think for guys it's like taking shortcuts in life,
Yeah.
It's
almost like having confidence because you're rich.
Yeah.
Right. I'm never gonna be like, but it's almost like having confidence because you have money, bro. You have to have had the confidence long before you got the money.
Yeah.
You cannot be like, oh, now I have. Obviously, the money gives you. There's a level that it takes you to. Obviously, I'm not saying that I'm discounting that completely.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, whether I have it or I don't have it, I still know who I am. Because who I am is not my money. Money only exaggerates who I truly am. That doesn't know, money changes people. It's for the most part, it just brings out who you really are. The same way with your butt. You got the butt done. Tell me if you're actually happy. Tell me if you're happy with all the attention you're giving or you're getting now. Because maybe before, you used to get compliments for your face, maybe your arms, maybe your legs. You now add a nyash that's just boom. Everybody's now obviously you get more attention for your ass, and that's the kind of attention you're going to keep receiving from now on. Let's just call a spade a spade. right? If a guy's approaching you, 9 times out of 10 is because of that ass that he just saw. And some people be like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. But then you also want to be taken more seriously too. Now let's be real. Fine girls complain about this a lot. Oh, people don't really take me seriously because I'm pretty.
Yeah. I mean,
They talk about that shit.
I mean,
it's like they think I'm dumb because I'm pretty.
You know what? To solve that problem, make sure you make herself ugly. You know, that's our own personal struggle.
What was Peter saying?
I mean, it's the same example. Your personal struggle is flat in your ass.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know? Obviously, I'm not saying the two are the same.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But that's our own personal struggle.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we all have, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I'm sure some pretty girls, to them, that's like an intense degree of insecurity for them. You know what I mean? But people like say that, oh, it doesn't count, you know, because of biases and stuff like that. But my whole point is that just don't do BBL if you're thinking of doing it. Personally, I would advise you not to do it.
If just think about what you want for your life 10 years from now. That's just it. And if that's actually what you want for your life, by all means, baby, do your thing. Right? Like,
I mean, it's an advice. You don't have to do
it.
I'm not creating a law banning it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not having a thesis of why BBL is bad for you or stuff like that. Just my own personal.
Even though we can low-key have it, but
yeah, it's just my own
we
personal.
can low-key have it. Oh man, honestly, just get your confidence. This is why we honestly need better parents in society, man. Because African parents get a bad rap. I mean, for semi good reasons.
Which one?
When I say semi, it's kind of like some of them can be toxic.
So which one is bad rap? We don't get a bad rap. They are just.
I said African parents kind of do. Like African parents are toxic. They're emotional
emotionless.
Intelligence is zero. Yeah. Exactly. They don't care about their kids. They're just like the beats, and they don't.
They care about other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying, right? But at the end of the day, there's the good that comes out.
I mean, our productivity rate is very high. Let me just say, our success rate in our children is very high compared to some other people.
Oh, this is higher. I don't know if I'll say it's very high.
It's
but this is higher. I don't know if I'll say it's very high, but this is higher.
It is higher. It is better in every way, shape, or form.
Oh, man. I'll say, obviously, we can all improve in different aspects. But for the most part, we need better parents in society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to compare. I'm not trying to compare, like, who's doing a better job.
Okay. Just be more African. Just be more African. That's all I have to say.
Generally, we need better parents. Be more involved in your kid's life. Don't be see me talking like I'm a parent. Anyways, but don't be out here trying to be your kid's friends. You're not.
But
Chisom,
Chisom, that's your own personal opinion about parenting.
It is.
Like what's your
it is my opinion, and I hope that people listen to it actually, because we've seen the other side of it, where it's like, nah, do whatever the hell you want to do, you know, like that. And then your 18-year-old daughter is getting BBL for her 18th birthday. Like,
or you're buying her a Range Rover.
I mean, if you have money to buy a Range Rover, I don't mind. I mean, if you can buy a Range Rover, I don't mind. Like,
America is beautiful. That's all I have to say.
Oh man, but anyhow, Sha, it is what it is.
No, I think and continue. Keep going. Finish what you were saying.
No, I was going to be like, and you also like, it's. Like the BBL is not going to fix the insecurity that you have. Let me just put it that way. It's not going to.
It won't.
You know why?
If I got a BBL tomorrow, that would fix my insecurity behind my butt.
I don't think it would.
100%.
I don't think it would.
Yes, it would.
I mean, you know what? It would.
I mean, maybe it would. Okay,
no,
I'll say
it would.
I mean, then what's the purpose of me getting it? If the whole
because of is a fallacy. It's just like people who buy yachts and this and they're still not happy in life. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah. It's like
exact thing.
It's like
you're doing all these things to think yourself you're going to get happy. You're not going to get happy. You're still going to
I'll be very happy if my
I'm telling
butt
you right
was a
now,
little more poking.
Sure.
Bole, if you worked out and you got that shit, Bole.
But the fact is, like, I know my body. I've been working it. Like, it's never gonna get to the level that I want it to get.
No, I'm not saying that it will. I'm not saying it will. What I'm saying is like, if you, let's just say today, right? Let's just say a year from now, we come back on the podcast and we're having an episode and you're just like, yo, guys, my butt is what? How many inches would be a dream inch?
No, Chisom, forget
38 inches, right? No, hold on. I'm trying to make a point, right? It's like, let's just say you worked and you got that. You will be happy with yourself.
But she said
Not
that,
because-
but
not-
she
not
said
just
that she cannot physically do it.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm not saying that she can't, but I'm just giving an example. If she does it, you'll be happy with yourself, not just because of the way it looks. Because after a while, you will get used to the look. After a while, that's the fact. Like it will become old. 2 years down the road, it'll be like, okay, I've done that. Finally, boom. This is something I wanted my whole life. I have it now. Okay, it's gotten old. That feeling, that high is done.
But Chisom,
You'll be happy with yourself, but you'll be more proud of the work that you put in. Because you thought that, I could never get this done, and now it's done.
Chisom, okay, now let me say my own point. Let me say my own point. Bole has already decided that physically she cannot get it, right? My point is that even if you do this BBL and you're happy, you may be happy for a year. You may be happy for 2 years. Come 5 years, come 10 years, you'll be looking at that shit like insecurity don't come back.
I'm gonna be looking at that shit like, ooh, you still got it.
I'll put 110%.
I think you guys are just thinking about all the negative like videos about it. How you see like the injections falling out or like dropping. Like, not every procedure ends up being like that. You gotta
no. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, it can be good. It can be good. I'm not trying to say that like in life that insecurity will never go away. Niggas are fine.
Yeah. So why don't I go and do something that'll make it disappear?
No,
like I won't be thinking about it.
It won't disappear. That's the whole point.
It will, because now I don't have a flat butt.
Okay, let me just say this. Human history has taught us a lot of things, right? And one fundamental thing in life is that your insecurities you never let go of your insecurities. How you deal with it is how you get up. That's why people who are victims as a child, they carry it through their whole life, right? But some people might be able to come out of it, but they still understand what they've gone through. They still understand that trauma. It never goes away. That's my whole point. You will have this insecurity for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Learn how to deal with it.
I understand what you're saying. Like, obviously, I will be able to think back and be like, oh, yeah, 5 years ago, I used to have a small butt. Like, in that sense, like, this is what used to be. But at the end of the day, in that present moment, if I look down, like, that's not what I have anymore.
Okay, so you're just doing it for the now.
When I wait, hold on.
What do you
I think we're going a lot of places with this, right? Like, but my understanding of the whole situation when it comes to insecurity, right? A lot of the time, our insecurities could also be lies that we tell ourselves,
I
right?
agree.
So, like, it might not actually be true. So it's possible for you to overcome that insecurity once you realize the truth of who you are, right? If I'm a young, impressionable teenager today, growing up, because when we were that was like the height of our insecurities, right? Obviously, I'm not saying we're still insecure today, but if you think about yourself like 7 years ago, when you were in like grade 10, grade 11, grade 9, that was like the height of our insecurity level, at least for most people. Obviously, it's different for a lot of people. And a lot of the time, because a lot of our value was determined, a lot of the way we valued ourselves was determined on how the outside sees us. But then for you to battle insecurity, it has to come from inside out.
Yeah.
So once you fight the enemy within, I'm already talking about the proverb for next week.
Yeah. No, finish up.
But once you battle the enemy within, the enemy outside cannot hurt you anymore, right? Because there's
keep
always
it at bay.
There's always going to be guys that will come to you, Peter, and be like, "Guy, you look weird.
Exactly.
You look funny."
I mean, literally.
And you think you're the most handsome boy in the world. Obviously not the most, but like, you think you're up there.
Literally, that stuff happens that stuff happened at the BPI.
Every time.
You know what? People just be saying nonsense.
Yeah.
And you think you can hurt me. I mean, majority of the time, not shooting my shots at, females, but females do that kind of things a lot. They'll just say, "Oh, you," or they say, "Oh, you're weird." I'm just like, to me, you think you can hurt? I'm not a female. And first of all, I'm not a regular male. I'm a Niger boy.
Not a regular male.
I'm a Niger boy. You can't be playing me like all this nonsense American bullshit you're trying to do. I go finish you. You hear me? You can't hurt my spirit. You can't hurt it. And that's the difference between
but that's the thing, though.
That's the difference between mentality.
Some
people, let me just say this, some people, they'll be called this nonsense. And it will choke them. It's not as if, and it will bamboozle them. That's how I used to be in my teenage years. I've learned that whatever people say, it will go and you forget about it.
You move on, man.
You move on. You move on. Those same
And
people.
and
let me just say this.
Mhm.
And those same people that be laughing at you, that be calling you nonsense. When you don't gone, when you don't become a big boy, and you just do
they'll
your
come
own thing,
back.
they'll start calling you. I'm waiting for it. I have my own plan ready. I'm just going to start laughing. I say, you want to do what? You want? Just all those the kind of people I'm talking about. You want to do what? You want to come on what? I'm sorry, you can't. That is the sweetest. That's the sweetest payback. That's even sometimes you might even allow them to come back, but that's the sweetest payback. That's honestly the truth. You don't play stupid games with stupid people. You think long term. You don't think of the now. That's the truth.
You have to think long term because at the end of the day, the reason why you say this, right? People are like, oh, you can't shake me, you can't move me, all that thing, right? It's because you've fought the battle within. That's just it. Because the moment if I come to you today, right, and tell you, oh, you're broke, I'm just like, oh, you're so poor. Would you even take me seriously? You'd just be like,
What the fuck?
it's like, what's this nigga
Do you
saying?
see my
Like,
bank account?
exactly.
But that kind of stuff used to hurt us in when you don't have the Gucci belt. You feel me?
And the point I'm trying to make is this: like, is because one, you know that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like you actually know it. Like it's not even a debate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And then two is my opinion doesn't even hold water whether it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter that much. Right. You've already known the truth about who you are and what you are. You already know where you're going. Right? Obviously, our insecurities are things that we obviously believe about ourselves. Whether it's true or not is a whole different conversation. But the moment you accept that who you are is enough, you stop trying to be more than you need to be. More than you need to be. Because as a base level, you need to be healthy. That's what you need to do. You don't have to have a six-pack. Technically, if you think about life, let's actually be real now. You don't have to have a six-pack.
You don't have to have a BBL.
You don't. You just have to be healthy. That's really where the goal is, right? Now, if you look at yourself every day and you're like, "Oh, I don't have a six-pack," and you really want a six-pack, well, go and get it.
I mean,
that's a want.
If you want to risk your life, go and get it. Go get it too.
No,
do it. I mean, that's my mentality. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to go do it, I'm not stopping you. Go do it. It's the same mentality with the BBL thing. If you want to go get big nails, go get big nails.
I think you guys are kind of exaggerating this. Like BBLs, like I think you're only thinking about those like extreme cases. Like not every BBL is like this crazy fat butt.
I agree with you, Bola. I'm just trying to say I will never accept it.
And that's fine. I'm just like making that clear that people have very natural looking procedures done from that. It's not just these big, like literally,
And that's fair. That's honestly fair. Like there's people that are actually like regular with it. I'll actually concede to that, right? But for the most part, there's a lot of things you think about. The risk factor, right? The recovery, the reason you're really getting it, because let's be honest, a lot of people lie to themselves about why they're getting it, right?
I mean, just you can't make that claim. Yeah, that's a huge assumption.
The reason is because you see a lot of like I low-key like YouTube this thing before now, and you see a lot of people like talking about like the regrets. The pain and all of that, right? I'm not saying that like I've done extensive research with it, but to me, it seems like a decent amount of people.
Okay, let me just say this: I cannot make that claim because I don't know what people think. Right? I'm basing it off what my opinion is. I'm not, regardless of your emotions, regardless of this, regardless of what you did it for. I don't give a shit. Right? Me personally, is it a mandatory surgery? No. Must you do it? No. Then to me, if you do it that way, it's like I'm not putting emotion. I'm trying to remove the emotions away from it, because when you put in the emotions, it becomes complicated. Because emotions it could be diverse fucking reasons. You know what I mean? Multiple reasons of why people get that shit.
Yeah.
But to me, the fact is that it's not mandatory, right? And that's where I draw the line, personally.
I mean, a lot of things are not mandatory though.
No, but like with surgery, that's why I draw the line with plastic surgery. You feel me? Like I've already said, by example, if you have a fractured nose, if your skin is doing wonky, you mean? And you want to go fix it. That's something necessary, you know? That's hampering.
But it's not mandatory.
Yeah. I mean, fixing your nose is kind of mandatory. Like if
No.
if it's blocking your airways.
Well, if it becomes
No,
like
if
a
it's
health
blocking.
concern, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. If it's mandatory, like health issues,
Mm-hmm.
just like a nigga needs a new lung. You feel me? If it's that way, then go do it. You know what I mean? But me personally, I wouldn't date you, and like that's harsh, but that's the reality
your
of
opinion,
things.
yeah.
And honestly, I mean, actually, I don't know, but Chisholm said he's going to date a girl that who, if her back is paid.
I mean, I give a very specific example.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm saying this,
my whole point is that
my
like,
own is the mentality. That's really what I care about. Is
Yeah.
the mentality, because I think we talk about mentality a lot, low key, but it's really the the mentality, and it's really why. Because, like, would I say, in general, would I want to marry an insecure woman? The answer would be no.
I mean, all
But-
women are insecure.
Exactly.
All
But
women
what
are
I'm saying is that
insecure.
all people are insecure, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, when I say I don't want to marry someone that's insecure, it's kind of like I don't want someone who is run by their insecurities.
Okay,
right?
I agree with that.
Like,
I agree
you
with
get what
that.
I'm saying? It's kind of
Yeah,
like, nah, like I am on top of my insecurities. My insecurities don't lead me.
Yeah.
Right? Because there are certain things that we low-key do, bro. Like, insecurities can make you do weird things.
Yeah.
Some people think their eyes are too big, so they start walking around like this.
Some people think their eyes are too small and do double eyelid surgery.
It's like, bro. And these are insecurities that are running us, and it becomes so real to us because it has manifested for so long.
Yeah.
That's literally all you see.
Yeah.
But the moment you step out, the freedom that you experience, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's a lifelong battle. Though. So it's not
It's
like
you lose some
Yeah.
battles. You lose some battles, but it is that the difference is that a nigga is fighting. You give up already.
you're fighting, and that's where the mentality is. So
You
when
give
I
up
say,
already. That's why honestly,
that's
that's
the
why
mentality,
low-key life is difficult for some people.
it's difficult for a lot of people.
It's difficult for some people. Yeah, but like there are different categorizes of what is difficult. I mean, some people have all the resources, but they can't move.
Mhm.
They already say that I can't do this.
Yep.
Some people have little resources and they squeeze every opportunity that they have. We've had people on this podcast like that, Chisom.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They squeeze it. Every opportunity that they have. You'll be inspired by the story. But not like I said, not every man is created equal. We're equal, we have equal souls and equal lives. But individualistically, we're not created equally. That's honestly the truth. And if you can't accept that, go to the bush. Go to the bush. Life is not fair. I keep on. I don't know how to say this. Life is clearly not fair, and you have to accept it.
And that's just facts.
You have to accept
we're
it.
all equal. That's just the
If
way
you
it is.
if you accept life is not fair, you understand the game a lot better. When you see people riding Range Rovers, when you see telling people, "Oh, you don't have a car, you're a broke nigga. You mean you're this, you're that." It won't matter at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing or like my upbringing. But like I've understood this from a very young age, and my dad has shown me multiple examples.
You know
of
what I
this-
think it was?
Also,
It-
this
it-
flexing stuff with men. That's a
you know what I
major thing
think it
for
was?
men.
Yeah, you know what I think it was, honestly, is that you had a father that actually showed you that shit.
Facts, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because for the most part, if I had my way as a kid,
Yeah.
I would flex too.
True. This is very true.
If I had my way,
This is very
growing
true.
up, I would do the most. Now I won't say I was as extreme. I would have been as extreme as some of my friends, because obviously it's different levels in
Yeah.
different people. For the most part, I'm
Yeah.
still semi-modest,
Yeah.
right?
But is that
now
not
I
because
can
of your
kinda say I
parents?
have my way.
Is that not because
But-
of your parents?
No, but my parents controlled me a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, mommy, I want please no.
Yeah. I want to
Like,
go to
before
Mr.
you're
Biggs. No.
Before you even finish, no.
Yeah.
And you already know that even before you, once the thought comes to your mind, I
It's
want a
already
Louis
no.
Vuitton shoe. You already know it's a no.
Do you know what
you've
to
already
do? Do you know
told
what
the
to
no
do?
to yourself.
You know what you do? You ask your siblings. Let's all ask at the same time.
No, what we do is we'll set the last ball.
Yeah.
We'll set the last ball. We'll set the last ball to go and ask. It's not me, like,
True.
and the one that it will work for is things like, oh, maybe Mr. Biggs, restaurants. Mr. Biggs is a popular Nigerian restaurant. You know, maybe
Tantalizer.
Tantalizer,
Chicken Republic.
like Cold Stone, all these things. All that
my
things like,
gosh,
okay,
man.
Bobby, I won't see you today. You don't know me, they'll tell you no, you send the last bond. They'll say yes to that one normally.
Yeah.
But no matter if you like send the last bond to go and ask for Gucci,
Yeah.
on that
Hell
way.
no. It's
they're
like, what
not
are you
getting
using
that
it
shit.
for? What are you using it for? I used to be that kid on Facebook. I don't know if I have. I used to be that kid on Facebook. I didn't have a watch, but I wanted to look cool. And my dad has like a plethora of watches, right? I used to flex my dad's watch. One on the left hand, one on the right hand. Just like now that was like my old Facebook profile. Like when I was like 12 or 11, I was like, oh look at this guy.
I mean, like one of my very first Facebook pictures. Because there was a time. This was a GS2. That was like grade 8, right? It was that era where like snapbacks.
Oh yeah,
snapbacks were like the ish. It wasn't just that. You know New Era.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's the New York Yankees. Thing. We call it New Era. So if you have the New York Yankees snapback,
swag.
So I went and borrowed Chima's on my brother. I took his snapback. What that shit? Took my picture, man. Posted that shit. Tell my friends, yo, God. Do you know how happy I was?
Do you know also was a trend then? Skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans, bro.
Skinny
different colors: orange, pink, purple,
red, green.
It was so ugly.
Yo, honestly, that shit. I used to think it was cool, bro.
We thought it was cool.
That shit was.
We thought it was cool, but guys, if you now think about this BBL thing, it's the same kind of trend.
Yeah.
Now we look back at our skinny jeans, our new eras, and we just have, nigga, what the fuck was that shit, man?
Yeah.
And I feel like in 5 years from now, that's the same thing. We'll look back at all these BBLs. Because the trend will change. Maybe it will become medium girls.
Yeah.
At that point. Or maybe it will go back to extremely skinny girls.
I think it goes from extreme to extreme, to be
honest. That's what I'm saying.
Because of, you know how men are. We don't fuck with average. We don't. So... No, but what I'm trying to say is like,
man, I'll say
majority of men, like when they
social media.
When I say this, but look at men's trend though. Like when a man likes a specific thing, like all of us are attracted to that specific thing. You know what I mean? So it's just like that girl in WPI, that one girl. You feel me?
But she was hot now.
But that's my whole point. She was hot. Like if
all men, but she wasn't extreme though. On any, like
no,
if
but
you see her,
but what I mean is extreme. Like that like everyone will try to fit that mold. You know what I mean?
I think there's a general consensus of what is attractive.
Okay.
Like generally, right? Now, obviously, if you now fall on one or the other extreme, let's just say you're a skinny girl or you're a plus size girl, there are percentages of people that will find you very attractive, right? But then there's also a lot of people that will just be like, no, that's not my type, just because you fall in a very specific spectrum, right? But then if you fall in like the average range, because most people are average, let's be honest. Like most people are, that's why it's called average. You're literally the average. So like most people are actually average. Like if you fall in that range, most people will find you okay. They're not going to be blown away by you. They're going to be like, oh yeah, that's nice.
You're cute.
That's cool. You know, exactly. You're cute. Right. So I think that person will always be okay. But if they want to trend, if they want to be the girl, if they want to be the Kim Kardashians that everyone is talking about, the Kylie Jenners, the Nicki Minaj's, the Black Chinas, you have to go extreme. Yo, guy, you have to go extreme in one end. But the thing is, when you're extreme in that end, the moment you stop trending, it's almost like boom, complete 180.
I mean that's one of the reasons why you think about like all these old women that have done plastic surgery like 40 or like 50 years ago. Look at them now. They'll be looking like this.
Oh, you're talking about
the Botox?
The Botox.
We're looking like this. But this stuff started 40 years ago. That was the trend then. You feel me?
Yeah.
But look at them now.
Even things like makeup, clothing, all these things are trends. There's a way girls do their makeup in 2000 to 2005. 2005 to 2010 was different. All these things, they come and go. So my ladies that are trying to do BBLs, just remember this thing is a TikTok trend though. It's a TikTok trend.
It's not a TikTok trend.
It's not a TikTok trend.
I mean, what I'm saying is right now, like I'm talking about like the people that are coming to see it for the first time, like the younger generations.
Okay.
They are seeing that their introduction to BBL is literally TikTok. Right, so it's going to be a TikTok dance. I just got my BBL.
Our generation was Nicki Minaj.
No, I'm saying they wouldn't do much research. Yeah. They wouldn't do much research into it. They'll just see it as, oh, this girl got her butt done. Boom, let me go and carry my own yash to and do.
Yeah.
Honestly,
you think it's that easy?
Honestly, what like do you think? I feel bad for women. Like, I mean, but there are other role models like Oprah. You feel me? But Oprah doesn't get attention from the guys. So.
I mean, Oprah doesn't get attention from guys.
Oprah doesn't get attention from the guys. So
like, you can't call her role model.
So like that's why it just feels sad for girls, because of it's like the competition is like, it's not that the fact that the competition with your physical appearance is just fucked. You know what I mean? Like, is it like you hit the jackpot or you
It's
don't?
for everybody though. It's for everybody.
But for guys,
no,
it's like
I feel like
for
guys
it's like
lucky. We get lucky because we have to, like, we can make up for it with material things.
no. For guys, you can do it with your self will. You can make yourself a top tier guy. You know what I mean? Women, you have
you're ugly.
Exactly. For women, you have a roof. You know what I mean? You have a roof.
No, it's kind of like, but
You can't pass that
roof. Is
roof.
that, like, you're ugly, but there's a kind of money you will have that can buy you one or two.
I'm just speaking for myself.
But that's fine. That's perfectly
that's
fine.
you, man.
Perfectly,
Because you're not the kind of girl that will be attracted to that
exactly,
kind of shit anyway.
exactly.
Like,
but that's
just the way
perfect.
it is.
That's perfectly fine. It's not your cup of tea.
But let's just say
it's not
like
your
all
cup
these
of tea.
ugly rappers.
I'm telling you
That
right
get-
now.
Yeah.
Girls everywhere. Girls
That-
all over. They pay
Exactly.
for those girls, but it is what it is. Their money is buying what
Exactly.
their looks could not get to them.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like men, and like you see, like a hot guy cannot even get half of what 2 Chainz gets. You feel me? Like that's my whole point. Is like men is within our control. You feel me? It's something that you can change through your self will. For women, it's like you have a cap. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the fucked up part.
Women just for women, I think it becomes more evident when it's more like they just have to actually love themselves, because
It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle.
and it's like
with that.
love themselves for who they are.
Because of,
Right,
you know how like men can find value other than their appearance. I mean, that's why they have niggas like 2 Chainz. You feel me?
I mean,
And men will literally call
why not judge based on
no,
our,
yeah, exactly.
based
Men
from
will
our
literally
appearance
call
all the
themselves,
time.
I'm an ugly nigga, but I get them hoes. You feel me? That was a rap line right there. You feel me? So like, no woman is going to say that I'm an ugly woman, but I get them bros. It's like you just look at her like
Bars.
you just look at her like, what are you saying, girl? What are you saying?
No, but that's facts.
You get no bros. Sorry.
It's facts.
So that's the messed up
man.
part, and I do understand that conundrum.
Yeah.
For ladies.
Yeah. It just is what it is. It's the reality of the world. But I don't know, man. I think we should all give like a party shot. Our last thing with the BBL thing, right? Bole.
All right, girls. So if you're getting your BBL, like I said, I don't judge. Do your thing. Just be smart. Research your doctor. Ask other girls who have gotten BBLs done. I'm
Go to
begging you,
Dominican
if you're getting a
Republic.
BBL done, don't make it be like Black China's or Alexis Sky, Lyra Galore. Like, their shit's just ugly. Your thighs need to match. And please just wear your faja. And
I
when
don't know
you're
what that
done,
is.
your recovery, it's like a girdle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a waist trainer.
Yeah, like a waist trainer, but you have to wear
Yeah.
that like constantly to like help like with swelling, and so it like helps
Damn.
like solidify your shape.
This is just hard. This is
Wear
how long
your
you have to wear it.
faja, like pretty much the entire day, like throughout your recovery. I'm not. Don't fact check me, please. This is just from like what I've heard, but like you have to wear it for like long periods of time.
You have to wear a diaper, basically. Girls out here wearing diapers at 26.
One more
you should be
thing.
ashamed.
After your recovery,
Yeah,
don't
I'm a
just
savage,
assume
man. I'm
that's
sorry.
it. Be in the gym. You still got to maintain that body. And that's where I think some girls do it wrong. They assume, okay, I'm going to go get my dream body, and then that's it.
That's
But
the
that
easy way
shit can
out.
still like deform. You have to still work that,
That
keep
is-
it up to par.
Yo, that
That's
shit
the
goes-
downside of the
Yeah.
easy way out.
Mhm.
You don't have the mentality to handle
upkeep.
what you have.
Yeah.
It's like giving someone that doesn't understand money $1 million.
Mm.
Ask
that's-
him again in
Think of a rhetorical situation, okay, right? So let's say
Yeah.
you date this girl, you like her, you guys have been going strong, you're getting ready to, you want to marry her, basically, you want to start your family with her.
I'll divorce her.
Wait,
No, continue.
but she has gotten a procedure done. Doesn't have to be BBL, but some sort of plastic surgery. But it's the type where like you don't really, it's not noticeable, and if that makes sense, like it's not exaggerated.
I mean,
And then
first of
she
all-
tells you what happens. You're
I
gonna
mean,
divorce
first of
her.
all, the fact that you hid that secret, I don't trust you.
Well, it's not a secret.
ex.
I mean, I feel like
I mean, if I know in the beginning, I won't even date you in the first place. So that's just it like that. But like, if you kept it away from me until I get to married,
I don't
I'm
think
exiting you.
kept is the word. Like maybe it just won't ever come
Whatever-
up because she's
whatever-
accepted that that's what it is.
Whatever excuse you have to say, I say it as kept.
I think you have to be very intentional not to tell the person though. So something like that. So you're getting serious with.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's if you.
No, I'm saying no. That was
If
it.
I
think-
if I
think you
find
can't really,
out
like
if
it
I
just
find
never
out,
came up. I
if
don't
I-
think it just never came up that thing.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think so. I really
Bole,
don't.
I'm
Like,
not. Bole, I'm a realistic man.
Yes,
Bole, I'm a
very
realistic
intentional not
man.
to tell them.
Bole, I'm a
Not
realistic
intentional,
man.
but, like-
I'll say this. I'm a realistic man.
maybe she didn't know you have something against plastic surgery, and
Let
it
me
never
just-
came up.
Let me just say this. I'm a realistic man. Even though low-key I believe in soulmate, I low-key don't believe in that. You can marry whoever you want to marry.
That's true.
You feel me?
Mhm.
So if you're out there doing nonsense, I will X you. I will X you. You fucked up your opportunity to get a ring, baby.
Peter, I'll ex them. I gotta cry. I'll be the one.
I'll go
person
cry.
looking
Of course,
at-
I'll go cry.
I'll be like, guys, okay,
Just so,
don't worry.
I'll go cry. Let me be
It's
honest with
okay.
you here. Decisions like that are hard, but you need resolve in life to not fuck up your life.
Facts, bro.
You need resolve in life
Facts.
to not
It's
fuck
the
up.
same. It's the
There-
same
there
with
are
men and
things-
women.
Like if I could have been smoking weed when I first came to the US. If I wanted to look cool, if I wanted to be part of the cool American kids, if I wanted to settle in, I could have done that. You know what I mean? I was fresh off the boat, nigga. You feel me? With my low cut, with my trousers below my knees. Those fresh off the boat kind of niggas. And like the people be making fun of me. And if I wanted to, assimilate and be part of the cool kids,
Yeah.
I could have gone to the direction of like, let me smoke Igbo, let me smoke Indian hemp, let me become a big boy.
This guy's such a nice job.
You know what I mean?
So you dare him. Like,
Let me just say that that's not who I am. With me, the same accent. People ask me, "Oh, Chipso, you came to the United States when you were 15. How come you still have your Nigerian accent?" Say, "Nigga, it's me, man. That's who I am. I'm a Nigerian boy. I'm a Nigerian, and you can't take that away from me, man. You can't take that away from me."
No, I feel you. I mean, that was a very long pattern shot, but shouts out. But I like it though. My own thing would just be this. I cannot tell you how to be happy with your life. Right. What I will say today, my opinions on life do not apply to every single soul in this life. So let's just say you find the one-off examples that what I'm saying does not apply to. Just don't make the mistake. These are for people in general. Don't make the mistake of thinking that one-off examples are the norm. What am I saying? Do your research.
Edge cases are not the rule.
Go to therapy. $6,000 for BBL. I'm sure
Go get
therapy is a
yourself
lot
a
cheaper than
MacBook.
that. You know,
Go get yourself a MacBook and Taibo. Watch it on your Taibo in your room
like
and pump
just
that iron.
literally, like, go to therapy
Honestly, you know what?
because that might be the fix that you need. Because
Yeah,
a lot of the times you might be looking for something in the BBL.
Yeah.
You might be looking for something. Obviously, not everyone. Some people just literally want a big ash. But you might be looking for something deeper. Therapy might help you with that.
Do you know what I say? I'm going to start a trust fund, a hedge fund of where instead of you getting your BBL, you invest in my hedge fund. So it's called BBL hedge funds. Swag.
So what's the investment going to yield?
Instead of getting BBL, you invest in Tesla. That's got to be my thing. And make double your money so you can have
this guy just chatting rubbish.
so you can have multiple BBLs. I'll multiply your BBL to BBLs.
Man.
You feel me?
This guy's interrupted by party shot. With rubbish. Oh man, but I mean, I think that about solves it. Like, guys, if anyone that has gotten a BBL listens to this, we're not shaming you. I beg. We're not shaming you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right, we still want you to be happy with your life.
I mean, look.
But
let me just say this.
What?
People have made regrettable decisions in their lives. You have to live with it. You've gotten it. I mean, if you're happy about it, then it's okay. Keep on going. But if you know that deep down you fucked up, you have to keep on moving forward in life. You're going to make... you can never be perfect in life. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have fuck-ups. But you have to keep on moving forward. Mentality. Life is mentality. And it's so powerful. I mean, our generation understands it most of all. Your life is the mentality you have. Your mental could break you or make you. That's the truth. You have to move on. That's what I have to say, man. Don't be doing all this rubbish BBL stuff. You know what I mean? And if you
Oh, Peter, you actually remember this time.
real quick.
Like,
This episode is long as hell.
Yeah, the episode is long. So I think I already said the proverb of the episode. So, but the proverb is, if there is no enemy.
Try again. Restart.
One more time.
Let's try again. All right. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm.
Okay.
Is your calm in the storm?
Now, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah, I'm telling my name. I'm giving them my name.
Vintage chocolate.
I'm giving them my name. Bully already know. It's your vintage
Expired
chocolates. Chocolate.
Expired.
Chocolate.
Expired.
I'm not talking about Kit Kat here. We're talking about the real shit.
Expired.
You know what I'm saying?
Cacao.
Like, cacao. She's so educated, man. Jeremiah Okafor.
Okay, good job. I just wanted to ask this real question. Bola, do you think what I just did was toxic masculinity? Was traits of toxic masculinity, of being that assertive and like being judgy and stuff like that?
I don't think so, because at the end of the day, everyone has their opinion. You don't have to like a woman who's gotten the BBL done. You don't have to agree with their decision. Just don't be disrespectful with it. That's it.
Yeah. Do you think I was low-key? I mean, actually, I'll say I was disrespectful, but like in a modest kind of way, not too disrespectful, but like low-key disrespectful. All right, so is your boy Peter?
You're disrespectful boy.
The disrespectful boy. Like, honestly, don't give a shit about your opinion, bro. Actually, I do give a shit, but like if it's all your emotional talk, there's a certain cap to that.
Peter, they've heard.
Not Peter killing all our ratings.
Peter, sorry, they've heard.
Honestly, I'm boosting the ratings,
You don't give a shit. I think they got the picture, guys.
Yeah. I do give a shit. Honestly, let me not be that toxic. I do give a shit, but to a certain level.
And it's your girl, your non-toxic, respectful African girl, Bole.
Love it.
I support the BBLs. Go get your BBL, girl.
Please don't.
We'll get it together.
Cancel that thing right now. $6,000
before you go.
Let's go to Colombia.
Before you go get
before you
go get the BBL, go to Christ.
I went to Christ. I went to the gym. It hasn't given me what I want.
Right, go get
Christ.
Actually,
already gave you everything
you know what we interested? If Bole gets this BBL, we interview her like, how was the producer? How was
I would be so open to doing that.
Just go into the details.
I would literally do a vlog of me flying there with my my nanny, with my pillow.
Just so we can do the penis pump.
I don't need penis pump.
Oh, you don't need that? I thought someone like you needed that.
It's already pumped. I don't need it. Don't worry. I don't need it. Don't worry.
Gosh, man.
Oh man, but yeah, I
mean, men have penis pumps right now.
No, I'm thinking about like what Bole said about the whole like she was flying.
I'm just very scared. I would never get it done because I'm just terrified for
but like, if you fuck up, man, you don't understand how triggered I'll be. Like, Bole, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'll be so devastated and angry, you know, and I have so much sorrow, like empathy, like I just have so much mixed emotions about it.
It'll be everything, honestly.
If anything happens to you,
I'm just like, bro.
If anything happens to you, that's my worry. You know what I mean? Like,
and I get that.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, this episode, man. We thank God for life.
Yeah.
Do you want to sign out here?
Look at what BBL cost us, man.
This is what BBL has done.
Big Niash. This is what happens when you have Big Niash, man.
You just have to love how women. Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
It's also mad though.
But we still love the big yashes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me personally,
like, those natural yashes.
I've already said flat nyash is for nyash.
You said small yashes. Actually,
small nyash is.
You did say that.
Small nyash is for nyash.
That's actually funny. You actually said that.
I did say it.
Oh, we should put that in the clip at the beginning. Small yash is 4 yash before we start talking about the BBL.
Let's close this episode, man. It's your.
All right.
We already said that.
Okay. Adios. Peace. We gone. Bye.
Oh, wow.